6 o'clock. Now, Fox 35 News at 6.
Thanks so much for being with us this morning. It is the first new theme park to open in Central Florida in a decade, and tomorrow the world will finally be allowed to see inside LEGOLAND Florida.
Yes, indeed. We are live inside the park this morning for a sneak peek. It's Good Day, live on location in Winter Haven this morning. Good day, Orlando. Good day, Winter Haven. I'm John Brown.
I'm Amy Kaufeldt. Thanks so much for being with us on this very exciting Friday morning. All morning long, we are going to be showcasing Central Florida's newest theme park.
Yeah, it's nice.
Very nice.
Really, it's brand spanking new, although it's a little bit old, remade new again. So we're going to take you behind the scenes of everything here at LEGOLAND Florida coming up throughout the morning this morning.
That's right. John mentioned this is, of course, the former Cypress Gardens that everyone has known and loved for years here in Central Florida, but it's been completely remodeled and it's about ready for its grand opening. There's certainly no doubt about it. Everything in this park is all about Lego.
Yeah, there are 10 unique theme zones in the park, each with its own flair. And this morning we're going to take you inside each of those zones, show you what each and every one has to offer. You know, some of the attractions from back in the day are still here, like the water skiing. That's going to take place, only it's not going to be the Pyramid of Ladies like it was, you know, for decades here.
Now
they
Legoland.
Yeah, so it's going to be a blast. And so we're glad that we're out here today. They're letting us inside the park. By the way, the rest of the worldwide media is outside the park. Only Good Day is inside. So we're going to show you stuff that no one else is going to get to see.
Yeah, that's the extra fun part this morning.
It is fun.
And you know what? This park is targeted towards a certain age group, the younger crowd. So for all you parents out there, it's really geared towards kids between the ages of 2 and 12. Although, you know, I'm in my 30s.
Yeah.
I'm going to have fun here. I'm actually really excited about this. So I'm looking forward to bringing
But Lego fans are very loyal. You know, they say that's their target demo, and they say we're not even worried about people saying, well, there's not things for older people.
Right.
The park general manager says we know our target demographic. We know that they'll travel. I mean, you see these videos of Lego movies, and you just see how loyal people are to this brand, and that's what they're banking on, bringing people down here, 45 minutes from Orlando, 45 minutes from Tampa. It's a big new theme park, and they're expecting about 1.5 million visitors each and every year here.
People may not realize, too, that there are actually nearly half a dozen Legoland parks throughout the world. This is the second one to open here in the United States. There's, of course, one over in California. Yep. This is going to be the largest of all of the Legoland theme parks, however. So we're going to talk a little bit about going back in history this morning and sort of taking you back to remember how things used to be and how everything is shiny and new now.
And you can see some of these images here. Everything out here is made from Legos, it seems. And there are a lot of questions today about how much does it cost to get in? How do I get there? What rides are there? What activities are there? So that's what we're going to be bringing you all morning long. But of course, we do want to get you caught up on the latest news headlines and your weather. So we're going to send it back into the studio, and we'll be back out here live once again in just a few. So how's the weather shaping up for the big grand opening, Rob?
It looks great. You really could not ask for better weather out there, John. And I want to see a bust of John Brown made in Legos. So you think you can find that for me?
I'll look around. There I am right there with the green cap on.
Find enough Legos.
Is that you?
Oh, I was kidding.
Just abuse. Okay, thanks a lot, Rob. Yeah, we're going to have much more throughout the morning here, including the economic impact. The mayor of Winter Haven is going to join us here, the Chamber of Commerce, because you've already seen a lot of buildup here in this area. So, yes, it's going to be a lot of fun today, but there's also a big monetary impact and the impact in jobs here, too. So we're going to go through all of that throughout the morning this morning.
Yeah, and even just driving through, through Winter Haven and Dundee and Haines City, all these towns sort of along the way, it's really amazing. Everyone's sort of spruced up. Everything looks shiny and new. I think everyone in sort of anticipation of the big grand opening tomorrow.
Some people have bed and breakfast down here. They have bed and brick. So we're going to talk more about that throughout the morning. But let's first of all get you caught up to the very latest headlines. And with that, we're going to send it back into the newsroom. Guys, back to you.
All right, time right now is 6:06. We do want to head back out to Winter Haven.
Yeah, we see John and Amy out there live in Polk County, live in the flesh. Tell us more about what's happening with Legoland. The opening just happening tomorrow.
Yeah, the reason we're laughing, we were just doing traffic, and we've got our own traffic problems out here at Legoland already. You can see some of the things that you're going to be able to play. Tiffany Tift is wandering around here and driving around. She's going to be taking you behind the scenes of some of the rides this morning.
They have this cool thing called the Ford Driving School, and what's neat about it is that the kids can actually freestyle. They're not, at some of the parks, they're sort of hooked up to the rail, and they can only go where they want you to go. But the nice thing about this is you can go wherever you want, and then at the end you get a Legoland driver's license.
It only goes 3 miles an hour.
Right, 3 miles an hour.
So if a child gets out of control, you can walk faster than that to catch up with your child, so there's nothing to be concerned about. But like we were saying earlier, you know, this area has really seen a big resurgence ever since they announced that this park was going to be built here, which is good news. I think they're adding 1,000 jobs here at Legoland, so it's good economic news for this area.
Absolutely. Right now we want to take you inside the park because that's what you haven't seen yet, and take a look at how Legoland has been building up over the last couple of years. Take a look. Watching Legoland emerge from the ashes is an amazing thing. Characters made of Lego bricks around every corner. And the first official review?
Flat out awesome.
Joey Chitwood got a pre-opening thrill.
There we go. There we go.
With his wave, a car raced around the replica of the Daytona International Speedway for the very first time.
Jojo, that was superb. All right, good stuff, man.
It doesn't hurt that his dad, also Joey Chitwood, runs the real track at Daytona International Speedway. And he is excited to welcome Legoland to Florida.
And the more visitors that we can get to come to the state of Florida, everyone's going to benefit from that.
The track is just one scene in Miniland. That's the heart of every Legoland park. There are hundreds of famous buildings made from the same bricks that you can buy in the store. In this one, you can find Bach Tower in Lake Wells, as well as local city skylines, the chapel built by Frank Lloyd Wright at Florida Southern College. And constructing each scaled-down building, let me tell you, is no small feat. 300 model builders have been working on this for 3 years. 20 million Legos put together one brick at a time. The bricks are glued and then coated to protect them from the elements.
On the large buildings, we've got steel posts that run up the center, and that pretty much helps it stay in one place instead of moving back and forth.
The zebra cars are also rolling. The rides are ready, and so far, ticket sales have been brisk.
Our tourist packages with our hotel partners skyrocketing, annual pass sales going through the roof.
All right, so pretty cool taking a look inside. I think it's fascinating to see sort of how it all builds up. Did you know that the way that they get the Legos to stick together, they glue them and then they seal them so that, you know, you can't go over there and like break a piece off of the dinosaur's tail.
That explains some of the things we see behind us here, and yeah, they all stay intact. And a lot of the stuff wasn't even built here; it was built elsewhere, shipped in here, kind of like what you saw with the Daytona International Speedway, which was very cool. Yeah, look at these; they're upside down, and I keep looking at them, thinking those pieces have got to fall off, right? But no, they're all stuck together, and they're not going anywhere. All right, coming up, I know there's a lot of questions about how to get here,
right?
Ticket prices, season passes, lifetime passes. So we're going to go over all of that coming up here.
And we're going to take you into Miniland. This is where Lego has recreated all kinds of awesome scenes from all across this country. You don't want to miss it. We are live this morning from Legoland right here in Winter Haven all morning long. Be sure to stick around. You're watching Good Day.
They can't touch. Yo, I told you, you can't touch this.
Welcome back, everybody. 612. Welcome back to Good Day. We are all about the Legos today. You know the song, Hammer Song, Can't Touch This. The Star Wars theme in Legos. The new Legoland Park in Polk County. Guess what? It opens tomorrow.
Who knew that they could move like that? Some dance moves for those Legos. Look at that, some break dancing. Gotta love it. Our Amy Kaufeldt and John Brown are out there live for us right now. And I know you guys have a lot to talk about. My favorite so far is the 300 people who it took to put together all of these sculptures that you're about to show everybody.
Isn't it amazing? And some of them took months and months and months to put together. That Ford Explorer that we got to look at, remember that?
Stop by the studio.
Took like 4 months to put that Ford Explorer together.
It's
pretty
amazing how much goes into this. You saw those videos. I mean, people who are into Legos are really, really into Legos. Yes. So you're going to have some loyal fans who are going to want to come down to the park tomorrow on opening day, and then also over the next couple of weeks and months. So let's find out more about ticket prices. Kim Eisman, she's the Director of Sales and Marketing here at Legoland Florida.
Hi, Kim. Kim. Good to be here.
All right. First of all, that's one of the questions people have. Let's start with the ticket prices here so we can get people up to speed.
Well, today's the day you actually want to buy your tickets because as of midnight, they go up. So right now, the current prices are $65 and $55. So you want to buy before midnight tonight. If not, when you come to the gate tomorrow, they're going to be $75 and $65. So a little incentive for people to hurry up and buy their tickets. If you buy now, you have until May of next year to use it. So you don't have to feel like you have to rush out this weekend.
Nice. And then are there incentives if you're a Florida resident? And what about if you want to buy, you know, like a several day pass or maybe an annual pass?
The best deal for a Florida resident really is the pass. Our standard pass is $129 $49 for an adult or $99 for a child. It's the best value from our other Legoland parks. People visit at least 6 times a year. So when you do the math on that, it's the best value for anybody.
Okay.
And then I also saw something for $2,500. Like
I love this
lifetime pass.
Right.
So what exactly is this?
That is our ambassador pass. We've sold quite a few of those. And to your point, the Lego Fanatic. If you're a Lego Fanatic, you want this pass. It gets you in the rest of your life to this park and any other Legoland park in the world. So there's 5 parks right now. We're building a 6th in Malaysia. So you'll have 6 different places to go with your ambassador pass.
All right, and let's talk hours and days real quick because we're almost out of time.
Yes, hours 10 to 5.
Okay.
Open all month, but you want to go on to our Legoland.com site and see exact hours after the month because we'll be changing the hours according to the season.
Okay. All right, and of course we have all that information on our website, and you have it on your website, so we're linked up in myfoxorlando.com. Kim, thanks so much. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And Kim Eisman, the Director of Sales and Marketing, out here with us this morning. Appreciate it.
And now we're going to send it back to the studio. That's where Mike and Michelle are standing by with the rest of the day's news. Good morning, you guys. That's Max you're looking at right there. Live this morning in Winter Haven, Legoland. We've even got the characters out here this morning. Okay, wait, they have a special name though. What do they call them?
They're called Model Citizens.
Model Citizens.
And
I love that.
Buddy's another one of these Model Citizens.
Buddy, watch how Buddy shakes hands.
That's pretty cool.
You like that?
So yeah, you'll see these guys all over the park. We are actually up here. We're just inside the park, and by the way, the rest of the media is out there. We're inside with these guys, and so you'll find these guys all over the 10 themed areas of the park. And as a matter of fact, David Martin, he's been wandering around the park this morning as well.
He has. He has some really cool behind-the-scene looks at things here. Let's go right over to David and find out what he's going to show us now. Good morning,
David. Where exactly are we on the map? Oh, hey, Amy and John. Hi, how are you? I like the hair. That is so cool. I'm growing the same thing. A little Justin Bieber action. So, well, Max, where is your favorite part on the map here? I'm trying to figure out where we are. The whole thing. That's not very helpful. We are in the beginning, I'm told. The beginning. This is where you come in, you get your tickets, you get your strollers, you go to the bathroom, and you wander into the park. It's huge because behind me in the vast darkness, well, that's where the fun begins. It's called the Fun Zone. They have a factory there where they show you how they make their Legos. It's really, really cool. But beyond that, we have a big map for you on the TV screen. Let's take a big look at our big map, and then we'll show you where we're going next. Miniland. You guys, this is the heart of every Legoland park in the world. So right now, we'll take you inside Miniland at Legoland, Florida. This is the heart of every Legoland park in the world, Miniland. Here in Florida, millions of bricks have been used to recreate favorite destinations like Key West, Kennedy Space Center, and even an interactive Daytona International Speedway. You can race Lego cars here. Miniland also includes the world-famous Las Vegas Strip, complete with a miniature wedding chapel, monorails, and real-life sounds recorded in Las Vegas. Washington, D.C. boasts faithful recreations of the White House. Look carefully for the first family and their dog. And don't miss the U.S. Capitol building and the Smithsonian. New York City features iconic landmarks like the Statue of Liberty and the Empire State Building. Rounding out Miniland, a swashbuckling pirate adventure where you can battle it out on the high seas. It is a beautiful park. Lots more zones to check out throughout the morning. I'll be here every half an hour, so we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Okay.
It is Good Day, live on location in Winter Haven this morning. We are at Legoland, Florida. The big grand opening takes place tomorrow, but today here on Good Day, we're taking you inside the park. We're the only ones inside the park this morning, so we have a lot coming up this hour for you.
It's going to be exciting. You know, there are 4 roller coasters inside this park, 4, including a wooden roller coaster. It is the only wooden roller coaster. It's called Coastersaurus, the only wooden roller coaster in all of Central Florida.
I love this because they say, you know, the target demographic here is kids ages 2 to 12, right? So you don't want really scary rides here. So they call these pink knuckle rides. As opposed to the red knuckle where you're hanging out.
Right.
These are just, they said it's enough to give the kids a thrill without scaring the heck out of 2 to 12-year-olds.
I think that's perfect.
I'm
actually really excited. Hopefully we get to maybe ride some rides.
We'll see
what happens.
I don't know.
We're definitely going to show you some of the rides though throughout the morning, and also take a look back because for those of you who remember this as Cypress Gardens from years ago, you know what? The nice thing is they've actually allowed some of the Cypress Gardens to stay. So they still have a botanical walk through that's very pretty, and several other things are held over, including the water skiing show.
Yeah, although it used to be, the pyramid of women who were water skiing and the Southern Belles. Now, of course, everything is Legos doing this.
That's right.
So, yeah, you have I did hear that. There's some animals in here, too. But, of course, everything's going to be about Legos when you're at the park. But even some of the roller coasters have been refurbished, remodeled. They used to be here at the park, but everything's been redone. So I'm looking for, you're going to like this, a look back at the history of this park, the oldest theme park in Florida.
Yeah,
so we're going to talk about that coming up here in just a bit.
Right now, we want to find out what the weather is going to be like for today and, of course, for the grand opening tomorrow on Saturday. Rob Eicher's in the studio right now with that. Hey, Rob.
Hey, guys. And now the roller coasters aren't made out of Legos, right? We'll have to check on that.
All right. Thanks a lot, Rob. Do appreciate it. So, yeah, it looks fantastic for the big grand opening, which is set for tomorrow. And if you're planning on coming out here, the hours are a little shorter than some theme parks. So you have to plan for that when you come out here.
10 to 5 are going to be the hours for this theme park. And they're going to be sort of seasonal with their schedule. So when it's really busy, they're going to be open all the time.
Yep.
And on the slower seasons, when the kids are in school and, things sort of slow down, then they might be closed a couple days during the week. So you always want to check ahead.
Well, it's funny. You looked at the Legoland Park in California, and throughout the, the school season, they're closed down most of the week, which makes sense. If it's kids 2 to 12, of course, they're in school.
Absolutely.
They're not supposed to be out
open
at
on
the
the
theme park.
weekends.
Yep.
All right, let's send it back to the studio now. It's where Mike and Michelle are standing by with the rest of the day's news. Good morning, you guys.
Hey, good morning.
From Central Florida, Ryan was just showing us Universal Boulevard. We have SeaWorld, we have Disney, and then we also have Universal Orlando, and now in Polk County,
in Winter Haven, we have Legoland, which is, of course, where hands up, cheers for everybody. Let's go back out to Legoland with Amy and John.
Yeah, this park, like we said, it's about 45 minutes from Orlando, 45 from Tampa, and they're expecting about 1.5 million visitors to the park each and every year. So that's still,
a lot of people.
It's the biggest of all the Lego parks, but that's still a lot of people to come down here.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that's interesting, I didn't know this before we started researching Legoland. I didn't realize there were so many other parks. We knew about the one in California, but there are a number of Lego parks. I mean, here they are. We'll run down the list here. Yeah, and that's one thing I didn't realize. As a matter of fact, they started overseas first of all. It's the second Legoland theme park in the United States. The other is Legoland in California. That's in Carlsbad. That opened in 1999. You also have 3 others outside of the United States. Legoland Billund in Denmark was the first Lego theme park. Opened 1968, believe it or not.
That was a long time ago.
I know. Legoland Windsor right outside of London. There's also Legoland Deutschland in Germany, which opened in 2002, and Legoland Malaysia is set to open next year. So, you may not be that familiar with the Legoland theme parks, but this is a big brand that's growing. The corporate company wants to make a bigger impact here in Central Florida, and this is their first step towards that. They also have some other things taking place on iDrive.
And it makes you realize that the things that we love here in America, people love all around the world, that children worldwide are playing with Legos and just cannot get enough of them. What's really amazing is this park has actually been here since 1936. Can you imagine?
That is amazing.
The old Cypress Gardens first opened here in 1936, and when you think about the history, a lot of that history is still kept alive.
Hey guys, in one of the shots you saw earlier, it had the woman in the long flowing dress. That's kind of an allusion to Cypress Gardens of the past.
Yesteryear.
Yeah, and so they have tried to keep true to a lot of things here that were already here. Of course, they had to demolish a lot of it because it just didn't fit with the new park. But you look back at these old pictures, and they're trying to, at least remember some of that. The water skiing shows are still going to be here.
Right.
Most of us who went to this park back in the day, you went when you were a kid, I did too. So they have kept some of the botanical gardens like we've talked about. They've kept the water skiing shows.
The kids probably won't get as big a kick out of the flowers as the moms and dads will.
That's what I would look forward to.
Yeah.
The kids are playing, you get to see Florida from yesteryear. So it really is the original Florida theme park, and now you can see the models. They have kept it true to its history here as well.
And it really is amazing that they are still going to have, John and I were looking at the map earlier because we haven't had a chance to walk over there yet, but that they are going to keep the water ski show.
That's neat.
Only it's going to be Legoland Pirates, which is really cool. So I'd be really interested to see that. And of course, they've got on the map here, they show the Lego pirates skiing behind the boats. Can you imagine trying to ski
in
inside
Legos.
the Legoland costume?
What's easier, the giant pyramid or in a Lego costume? So I guess these guys are really, really good.
Good point.
Okay, I know we have much more coming up here on the show this morning, including maps of how to get here, more of the economic impact of this area, 1,000 jobs here at Legoland itself. So we have a lot more coming up as we continue our Good Day broadcast live in Legoland, Florida this morning.
Welcome back to Good Day. We are live out here this morning in New Haven in Cypress Gardens, where you can see that it is absolutely a spectacular morning. It is a great day to prepare to open up a brand new theme park, because that is what they are about to do. Tomorrow, of course, is the big grand opening here in Winter Haven. And I got to tell you, I think all of Central Florida is excited about this grand opening.
Yeah, and you know, getting a behind the scenes look is really amazing how they put this whole thing together. And one of the guys who knows this more than anybody, probably the most of anybody, Bill Volbrecht. He's the park designer here. Bill, good to see you. Thanks for coming out this morning and seeing us. All right, first of all, where do you start with a park this big?
A big piece of paper and a lot of pens. No, we just came here shortly after the park had closed down, and we looked at every square inch and really tried to imagine how we could take the existing Cypress Gardens and transform it into this unique Legoland experience. Which rides we wanted to keep, which rides we wanted to add, the layer of Lego theming, the colors, everything. We had to start from square one, literally.
Was it important for you guys to try to preserve a little bit of the history, knowing how long this park had been here before?
Yeah, I mean, Cypress Gardens has such a long storied history in Florida. It's been around for 80 years, so we had to honor and respect that. I mean, the gardens are so beautiful. You know, we wanted to make that part of the park, and you know, you come in here and it's a brand new park. Every square inch has been touched, but you have the age and the history of the gardens, the old growth trees, the beautiful site. I mean, it really enhances it, and we're proud to have a part of the park.
You know, very quickly, I know you have a lot to do today, but a lot of the things that are here were actually built somewhere else and brought in, right?
Sure, we have over 200 model designers working around the world at several different model shops, and they built every single model you see. We do have a staff of a couple model builders here who will add and enhance the park that we have, but you know, maintain and just